Welcome back, viewers. You're watching Newsx. Now, Democratic nominee 34-year-old Zohran Mamdani has scripted history by becoming New York's youngest mayor as well as its first ever Indian origin Muslim mayor. More than 2 million New Yorkers voted in the election, making it the city's highest turnout for a mayoral race since 1969. According to the Board of Elections, Mamdani beat former Mayor Andrew Cuomo, who had been endorsed by US President Donald Trump on the eve of the elections. Largely unknown before winning the Democratic primary over the summer with a social media-focused campaign, his supporters hail him as representing a new wave of progressive politics. Whereas others like Trump lambasted him as a communist. Some of Mamdani's promises include affordable housing, free public buses, rent freezes, and universal childcare for kids under 5 years old. Born to a Ugandan father and Indian-American mother, Meera Nair, Mamdani has also stirred controversies in the past with his statements on India and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I have my colleague Aditya Vadhavan joining me. Aditya, I want to ask you, we're speaking about controversial statements that he has made on India and PM Modi. What can you tell us about that?
Well, Vaishali, if you see, he has this Mamdani, has been he is actually of the South Asian descent origin, and he has like scripted history, becoming the first South Asian Muslim to lead the New York City. However, as far as these comments, these comments against Prime Minister Narendra Modi are concerned, he has in the past, questioned some of the policies, taken by this Modi government in the past also, and he has been a critic. And now, since we have also seen, that U.S. President Donald Trump has also been, calling him communist. And however, now things, because considering this fact, since he has shown opposition to some policies of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the past, considering the fact that New York City has a large Indian population, in a large Indian diaspora lives in the New York City. It will be very interesting to see, how the Indians living in the New York City, would perceive this, considering the fact, despite this, he, it is a well-known fact that large number of Indians stay in the New York City. He has managed to win in this mayoral elections of the New York City. So indeed, it needs to be seen, how things unfold. And the former U.S. President Barack Obama became the first leader, to congratulate him on his ex. And then Bernie Sanders, who is the U.S. Senator from the Vermont state of United States, has also now, posted a pic with Mamdani on his ex. So indeed, there will be throughout the day, as the day passes on, we could see some reactions pouring in and congratulatory posts, for Zohran Mamdani. Yes,
All right,
Vaishali.
Aditya, stay on with me. Now I have Rabinder Sachdev, international affairs expert, joining me. Now, Mr. Sachdev, my first question to you is that I want to know your opening comments on Zohran Mamdani's spectacular win.
Thank you so much. A pleasure to be with you. My first comment would be, there is a battle for the soul of the Democratic Party going on right now, okay, between the socialists and the center moderate who say, let's come by, get by. It seems that within the Democratic Party, the socialist wing is gaining dominance. And, with these results, all three together, and Mamdani especially, I think the politics of the Democratic Party would shift more to the language of socialism. That is one big takeaway from this, I would say. It's a battle within the Democratic Party. Forget the victory over the Republicans. In any case, you see, New York is traditionally a democratic city, right? But yes, the kind of folks there, it ranges from Wall Street bankers to billionaires who did not want Mamdani, okay, and who are afraid how and what he would do, because the policies would not only be, related to, cheaper groceries through government stores or free buses. The government, the mayor would have, some authorities over the conditions of, workforce and workforce compensation and labor and areas like that. So that would impact some of those aspects also. But in the bigger picture, it's, I think, a tilt, and the Democratic Party is getting clearer in its vision as to what it wants to be, perhaps it seems. And then, of course, major victory against Republicans. Mamdani would, I mean, it's a path-breaking victory.
All right. Now, Mr. Sachdev, I want to read out a statement to you coming in from Trump because he's unabashedly played the race card. President Trump, of course, on Tuesday labeled Mamdani, who's New York's, of course, now first Muslim mayor, as a Jew hater, Mr. Sachdev. He said that any Jewish person that votes for Zohran Mamdani, a proven and self-professed Jew hater, is a stupid person. That's what the Republican president has posted on his social media platform. What do you have to say for that?
Fair enough, that's what President Trump feels, but I think a good number of Jews have voted for Mamdani also. Okay, many things, you see, I mean, the identity of any individual voter in the US or anywhere in the world is not only your, faith, there are layers and layers, your concerns, your economic status where you are. Okay, many Jews have voted for Mamdani also. There are many Jews who are very unhappy with Trump also. There are many Jews who oppose Israel, not Israel, who oppose what Benjamin Netanyahu is doing in Israel. So for President Trump to, assume and say that every Jew has to be in my camp is not a misunderstanding. He very well knows, but that's not the fact.
Now, Mr. Sachdev, the point really is here that, this man is a Muslim. And even after the 26/11 attacks on the US, it's commendable and it's applaudable that they have not discriminated basis religion. What do you have to say for that? And do you think India should take a cue from that one?
Oh, certainly, yes. I mean, as to the first point, I mean, see, this is what, in a sense, makes America great. America is known as a melting pot of cultures. You come there, you work. It's a nation of immigrants. You work, and on your merit, you rise. And, and you live a life of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, etc. It's a multicultural country, and New York especially so. I mean, New York is absolutely a microcosm of the best of America in a sense, right? I mean, everything there, money there, poverty also there and all, but multicultural. So this, in a way, I think is a testimony to America. This is what makes America great. An immigrant, a Muslim, okay, is elected, and he's elected by more than, I think, 50% of the votes. So it's not that only, let's say, the Muslim origin Americans have voted for him, or or other immigrants or the Latinos have voted for him. New York has a large number of white population also, including Jews, as we are talking, right? So it means a large number of the white people, quote unquote, have also voted for him. So that is what makes America great, I would say.
Thank you, Mr. Sachdev, for joining me on the broadcast today. Thank you for your time. And now moving on. Now, newly elected New York Governor Zohran Mamdani has shared his first reaction to winning the New York mayoral race. Mamdani shared a video of City Hall station in his first social media post. The words Zohran for New York City appear below the station's name. Remember, viewers, City Hall is the seat of the New York government. And I have, of course, viewers, so this is a big, big win that we're talking about. We're getting you every detail about Mamdani's big win. Because, viewers, there are things that really, I mean, they're very prominent, not just because of his age. He's only, of course, 34 years old, which is quite young for the mayoral position. But also his religion, viewers. I mean, he's a Muslim and he hasn't been discriminated basis his religion. We were speaking to somebody from the US previously, and he also mentioned that, it's a person's abilities that really matter. I have my colleague Aditya Vadhavan with me, joining me with more details. Aditya, what more can you tell us?
Well, absolutely, Vaishali. If you see, this Mamdani, he has been, quite illustrious figure as far as the US is, in US is concerned. We have seen, now it was actually now the Democrats, all the Democratic major the leaders of the Democratic Party are coming out openly in support of Zohran Mamdani, because they consider this as a very, very big defeat, as a big political, upset in the history they are saying. And, now the Jewish voice, I mean, if we see Vaishali, the Jewish voice has also, the source on X has written that heartiest congratulations and mazel tov to New York City Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani. We are proud to endorse you and look forward to your leadership, vision and collaboration for the betterment of our community and all New Yorkers. And indeed, at this juncture, we have seen how such similar, we could expect some, similar pouring and the congratulatory notes to come in for New York City, Zohran Mamdani. And indeed, former UK Labour leader also Jeremy Corbyn joined the Democrat Socialists of America for a virtual phone, back on November 2 to support Zohran Mamdani's New York City mayoral campaign, focusing on housing affordability. So indeed, there could be several, divergent political, decisions that will be, taken once because now he has officially taken charge of as the mayor of the New York City. We could see now also some friction between U.S. President Donald Trump, because he has been openly calling him Mamdani a communist, and he has been openly supporting Andrew Cuomo, which lost to Mamdani. So indeed, Vaishali, in the days to come, we could expect that this war of words between the Republicans and the Democrats could take place as far as this issue is concerned. Vaishali.
Surely, Aditya, Trump has, of course, placed the racist card yet again. But now, Zohran Mamdani's supporters, viewers have gathered at his watch party in New York City, where Mamdani is also expected to speak following his victory. Videos show Mamdani's supporters erupting in jubilation, with videos of people cheering and clapping coming out of the city. Now, Aditya, he is, of course, expected to speak at this watch party. What more can you tell us?
Well, absolutely. He is expected to speak, to speak, address a public gathering, and he also will definitely deliver a thanks note to all the people of the New York City, considering the fact there's a large Indian diaspora living in the suburbs and other important, localities and the areas of New York City. And, recently we have seen the former U.S. President Barack Obama has written on his X, and I quote, "If nothing else, the last 9 months should have made it clear that elections matter, but what's remarkable about America is that we have the power as citizens to change this country by voting." So these are all the sentimental statements, we could expect even the days to come, as the day progresses, by the Democrat leaders, be it, if we talk about some Hillary Clinton, who has been the former U.S. Secretary of State, and several other top Democrat leaders, they will be now all guns blazing. They will be, posting the photos of Zohran Mamdani, as now he has secured this historic victory in the mayoral elections of New York. And indeed, we could see some opposition by the Republicans, specifically if we talk about the close aides of U.S. President Donald Trump, because he's openly said, when he said that he might consider cutting funds to the New York City, this means that indeed there could be some friction points between the Trump administration and Zohran Mamdani. Yes, Vaishali.
That's interesting, Aditya, that you've shared a quote of Obama, because